If I had that swing, you better believe I'd leave that sucker for you.
Would you really?
Hell yeah.
You'd let me put you in it?
Yeah.
With a ball and everything?
Yeah, babe. You felt me. I was like soaking through my clothes.
So what about some of these phone conversations?
No, not here or the phone.
No, I just mean conversations y'all are having on the phone.
No.
Since he's been in here.
Like.
Meet Charlene O'Banion, a corrections officer facing allegations of engaging in a romantic relationship with an incarcerated individual.
You felt me. I was like soaking through my clothes.
Upon receiving whispers from fellow officers who observed her in the company of Jason Parker, an investigation into Charlene was initiated. While she may believe she slipped by unnoticed, unbeknownst to her, the detectives have amassed all the evidence required. Soon, they'll unveil and potentially shame her in a rather unforgiving manner.
You got a live-ass head game. Oh my God.
From the get-go, Charlene adopts an innocent facade, feigning ignorance regarding the accusations.
We're notified of a possible improper relationship between you and Jacob Parker. So we're here for that. I just kind of want to talk to you about it and get your side of that story.
I don't know anything about it.
Okay. Have you talked to him on any jail phone calls or anything like that?
No.
Not at all.
Charlene firmly believes in the efficacy of her strategy, but unbeknownst to her, the detectives possess a wealth of evidence beyond what they've disclosed.
And where would you think that this allegation would come from if there's nothing to it?
Well, I had a feeling this was coming. So there was an inmate named Coker, Justin Coker.
Okay.
He got out of here for, I don't know what period of time, and he tried to contact me on Facebook. He sent me a message and I blocked him on Facebook. And I guess one time Parker was going back to Bequat to use the bathroom, and he was talking like at the window with me.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess Coker like didn't like that, which I had no contact with him or anything. And Parker had told me that he had gone up to him and was like, don't talk to her or something crazy like that.
So I'm just not trying to be rude here. I'm just,
Yeah.
Why would you expect this conversation to come up from that? Like now, if that happened a few months ago.
Charlene insists that her interaction with Jason was limited to a single encounter outside the jail restroom, attributing the rumors to a jealous inmate. However, the detective is poised to reveal compelling evidence that promptly contradicts Charlene's narrative, indicating she may be concealing pertinent information.
I don't know exactly how it started, like who it started from, but I was told that it was brought to somebody's attention, and then we looked at jail calls, and there's jail calls between you and Parker. And all that stuff's recorded. So I don't think you're being completely truthful. Well, I kind of know that you're not. And I'm not trying to be rude when I say that.
Yeah, no.
I'm just kind of trying to lay it out on the table for you. So can you kind of tell me what's going on here?
I guess a few years ago, we talked, and then I ended up here, and then he ended up here. I didn't know he was here. It wasn't anything like that.
Evidently, Charlene and Jason had prior connections before their time in prison and engaged in some activities together. Charlene asserts that their interaction inside the prison was just playful banter, nothing more. However, the truth appears to diverge significantly as law enforcement possesses recorded phone conversations from within the prison that narrate a wholly distinct tale.
So what about some of these phone conversations?
No, not here or the phone. I
just mean conversations y'all are having on the phone.
No.
Since he's been in here.
Like sexual?
Well, I'm not saying having phone sex, talking about sexual acts. From what I'm listening to on the calls, I take it as that you've given him oral sex at some point, is what I gather from these calls.
No, that was like in the world, but we never dated. We just.
Okay. What kind of conversations have you had with him since you started working here and he's been in the jail?
Just talking about what would happen after he got out.
And then the jail call recordings, have you been talking to him like while you're at home? Like he calls you from the jail while you're at home, or? Okay.
Within the first 15 minutes of the interrogation, Charlene's initial narrative is unraveling, appearing increasingly distant from the truth. Her account has crumbled under scrutiny, acknowledging past intimate involvement with Jason and the habit of phoning him regularly from her own residence. Such conduct is notably irregular for a prison officer, and it doesn't require extraordinary insight to suspect a more profound issue at play. The detective, however, is poised with additional inquiries regarding certain physical evidence.
I haven't listened to this, but apparently there may be some talk in the calls about like photographs. Have you given him any photographs?
Mm-mm. I gave him a photograph of his mom, which he had asked for, and of his dog, Jax.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you given him any photographs of you?
Mm-mm. No, because...
So one of the things we're going to be doing is like looking at cameras and stuff too. Has there been any times where y'all were alone?
Mm-mm.
Or you go out of camera view or anything like that? Anything that's going to look suspicious that way?
I don't think so.
Bear in mind that Charlene has been employed at the prison for quite some time, granting her an intimate understanding of its workings, including security camera blind spots and the schedules of patrol officers. With this level of awareness, one might assume it'd be a breeze to conceal any relationship with an inmate. However, it appears she overlooked a few crucial details, notably that all phone calls originating from the prison are meticulously recorded. Thanks to the detectives, she's on the brink of a stark reminder of this reality.
Hey, baby.
Got that.
Baby, guess what?
What, babe?
I just won the blackjack game.
Yay.
I just won $30.
I got a lot of stuff to clean and get rid of before you come home. I'm just kidding.
Yeah?
I'm just kidding. I was trying to make you think I have all these secret things.
Yeah, I bet you do.
What?
What?
What? What do you mean?
I don't know. You probably got this weird swing hanging from the ceiling. Kenneth probably thinks it's a swing set.
Oh, if I had that swing, you better believe I'd leave that up for you.
Would you really?
Hell yeah.
You'd let me put you in it?
Yeah.
With a on everything?
Yeah, babe.
Hearing your own voice can be cringeworthy for many, but imagine the discomfort of listening to your intimate phone conversations in complete silence with two detectives present, realizing you've been unequivocally caught. Up to this point, the language used doesn't provide evidence of any actual sexual acts between the two. However, the situation takes a swift turn as Jason begins to explicitly implicate Charlene during the call.
Why don't you look at me sometimes and be like, damn, my woman's fine.
Fine as wine.
Mm-hmm.
And you got a live ass head game. Oh my god.
It wasn't my best moments. I was just trying to get it done.
Are you in bed?
Don't even get me thinking about that because it makes me so horny. Like just going back and thinking about
Yeah.
that.
It gets you horny?
Oh yeah. When you felt me, I was like soaking through my clothes. You get very horny very easy. I always want to have, like, that's not even,
Not good.
I mean, it's not like I just like look at someone, I'm like, oh my god, I'm getting horny. No, like, of course, like, I only get horny for you.
You kind of see how that sounds from like my point of view, like a more recent thing than 3 years ago. No?
The nerve she has to deny everything after hearing that phone call is quite extraordinary. To her credit, she's putting up a tough fight. The detectives attempt to probe her by questioning whether Jason would protect her, but she remains steadfast, sticking to her narrative that everything transpired outside of prison. While technically this tale could hold true based on the phone call, it's undeniably peculiar for the couple to recall events from over 3 years ago with such precision, especially considering her earlier difficulty in remembering any details about the relationship.
Talk about how profound this was, like just giving him this was, but you like don't remember anything about it. It's like telling me something, but you're having trouble coming up with details about it. You know what I mean? Like if it's that profound.
I mean, I gave him a look. How do you describe? I mean, is that?
Well,
what
I
you
want to know like about the job. I'm just
Yeah.
So if this is a
He just.
thing that happened 3 years ago, I feel like you would kind of remember some stuff about it. Like I feel
Yeah, I mean, like we said in the car,
like when I asked you who was there, him of course, like when y'all met or whatever, and then when I asked like who else, you said it was like a bunch of friends,
Yeah.
but like you can remember one
I mean, I
chick's
was with
name
my
after
friend
you
Chris.
think about it for 30 seconds. So
Yeah, I mean,
that's
I was-
not making sense to me.
You seem to have blanks in your memory when we get to certain details, but you remember being groped in the job from 3 years ago. I find that hard to believe. Okay? This is your one chance to be honest with us.
Yes.
Once we get up and walk out and we're done, we're done. Have y'all had any inappropriate contact, whether it's groping, jobs, anything else? Yes, I am being vulgar to get a point across.
Yeah, no, it's not. None of that.
As the detectives point out, the pieces of the puzzle just don't fit together. Nevertheless, she's maintaining her version, or at least she was, until a sudden change occurred, and she uttered this statement.
I mean, what is it?
I might have given him a back part of you.
In the back part of decoy? Okay.
Mhm.
How long ago was that?
I don't know, 2 months ago.
The revelation is out, and Charlene has admitted to the truth. However, this situation is more intricate than it appears. In cases involving relations between officers and inmates, a crucial question surfaces: consent. Since Jason and Charlene had prior acquaintance before prison, it's reasonable to assume mutual consent. However, in such cases, consent becomes irrelevant. According to a 2005 report, federal law deems all sexual interactions between prison staff and inmates as abusive, irrespective of whether the act might be considered consensual outside of a prison setting. This strict stance stems from the alarming prevalence of inmate abuse, with estimates indicating that 12 to 14% of inmates faced sexual assault in 1996, often without repercussions for the officers involved. To curb such abuse, a zero-tolerance policy was instituted, a policy that Charlene seems to have blatantly disregarded.
I'm gonna ask, but I feel like I know the answer. I'm losing my job.
So that's not really up to me. Internal Affairs is aware. Investigation is separate from ours because it's two totally different things. So
Yeah. What kind of charges would, like?
so it's illegal to have sexual contact with an inmate as an employee. So I said the ball kind of be in their court, but I'll let you know as soon as I hear something.
I mean, would I go to jail?
That's up to the DA's office.
In an unexpected turn of events, Charlene faced severe consequences. Her employment was terminated, and any future return to jail would be solely as a result of the 100-day sentence she received after being convicted of engaging in sexual activity with a person in custody.